Good morning, traders. The Pup of Wall Street back with another daily watch list. Let's dig into it. All right, so first we got XBI. You can see that, well, this is the biotech ETF, but you could see that we pushed through 94.14 yesterday. That was an area of prior resistance here, turned or support, turned prior resistance, and now we're starting to break out. So your biotech names should be on watch. Think about like NVAX, MRNA, those types of names. We could see move up to 98, 100, and potentially 107. All right, next up is Bitcoin. Bitcoin's starting to make some moves here. We've been new highs for the last 5 days. We're clear over 69.4. We're clear over 70K. Next level to watch here is going to be 72K for a move up to 73.6, 75.3, and then $78.2 thousand. Don't forget, we also have this TTM squeeze setting up as well on the daily chart. All right, next up is Hood. There was news this morning. Let me just go back to the news real quick so I can get this right. So news on Robinhood is that they are expecting to finalize a deal to purchase the crypto exchange Bitstamp for $200 million in cash. Of course, this is subject for regulatory approval, but it is gapping Hood up about 2.5% to 3%. What I'm watching for on Hood is a break over 22.41. If we break over 22.41, that should send us to around 24.75. We do have some intermediate levels at $23.14 and $23.87, but ultimately I'm looking at $25 as the upside target. And you can see the squeeze had fired back on, I think it was May 19th, and we've had about 12 to 13 days of squeeze momentum to the upside. So the squeeze is definitely strong, but it may be waning here. So far we are making new highs, and out on this squeeze fire, we should make another, with the squeeze already being fired and the move this morning, we should see another momentum higher day. So, but just be mindful that, when I follow the squeeze, I generally will watch for 6 to 8 candles, and in this case, 6 to 8 days of squeeze momentum. We're well past that, so we want to just be wary of, taking a new entry here. If you're already in, fantastic, congratulations. But if not, it would be very difficult, I think, to chase up here. All right, next up is Coin. We've been touching on this one a lot. We gapped up yesterday. This morning we're testing that 618 again at 252.31. Squeeze is 6 days into firing. If we break over 252.31, I would say we could see a move up to 268.66. All right, let's take a look at some semiconductors. Here's AMD continuing to set up in an inverse head and shoulders. We are also in an anchored VWAP pinch. That is a swing high anchored VWAP. That is a swing low anchored VWAP. And we're just consolidating within that range between 160 and 171. So if you caught yesterday's morning report or daily watch list, I mentioned if we held 160, the 165 for 2 weeks out could work, right? What did we do? We backtested 160.23 first thing in the morning, and we moved higher, right? 165 calls are now in the money, and we are slightly gapping up this morning. I think we have a move potentially up to that 171.51 level, which is right near the swing high anchored VWAP. So congrats if you followed yesterday's report. Next up is MU. So another semiconductor that has been lagging a little bit behind the SMCIs, the NVIDIAs, the AMDs of the world, the ARMs of the world. But now it's starting to get going. We finally broke over that 130.72 resistance. Slight gap up today. Watch for a move to 137 and then 146 next. And then last but not least is GME. For you degens out there, we are holding firmly under the swing high anchored VWAP here. So what I want to see is a break and hold over 3240. If we break and hold over 3240, we should see a move back up to 4150. Now, we do have earnings coming up. I think it's on the 20th or the 21st, I believe. And there's a lot of tinfoil hat around this date because Roaring Kitty does have his expiration on 6/21. His birthday is there. There's a couple of other events going around that time. So little tinfoil hat, we might see a move back to that 4150 either this week or next. So just keep an eye on that. So that concludes the the daily watch list. If you have any questions, any concerns or comments, just shoot me a DM. I'm happy to go over it. But let's see what the market gives us today. Have a great trading day, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Take care, everybody.